Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? Sorry for the delay. Hey. Anyway, so I like to explain real quick since I haven't done a reading for you before, kind of how I work. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades, and I try to describe the picture the best I can. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind because you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. Go, I know it. I know what she's talking about. This is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. She will not give me all the details. She'll give me just enough so hopefully you know what she's referring to. Sometimes you have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. She'll get as close as she can. Get it through to me. So we're going to talk to Thelma. Okay. She's coming in apologizing. She just keeps saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm a bitch. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's like I can almost feel I don't know if I want to call it anger. And it's not towards you, it's towards herself. And I will say when we cross over, we're cleansed when we get to the other side. I always call it being peeled like an onion, where they pull all this heavy negative crap that we hang on to down here so that our vibration gets lighter and brighter like it's supposed to be, and nothing but love. Love is the ultimate goal. Whether you're here, whether you're there, love is the ultimate goal. Love is the highest vibration there is. So it's like, even my stomach's starting to hurt. It's like this gnawing, like twisting in my gut, like, but it's directed towards herself. Even though she's been cleansed of this. Oh, she says almost. She says she's still working on it. It doesn't always happen at the snap of fingers. That the gnawing and the anger is directed at herself. She lashed out at everybody else. She says, but it was the imperfections in herself that pissed her off, and yet she didn't quite see it that way while she was here. She didn't. I don't think she understood where her anger was coming from when she was here. She didn't realize, but she's realizing it now because she's going through the cleansing process. Even doesn't matter how long she's been gone. She says there's still things she has to make amends for, even though she's not that angry person now. She says, I feel pitiful, but we don't really have those emotions. At least what I've seen, what they've shown me when we get up there. It's not all the heavy crap that we have down here. She said it was something I needed to learn, to work through, and I did not learn what I was supposed to. She's talking about being harsh to a lot of people. Oh gosh. She's starting to remind me of my mother-in-law who hated me. And it's hard to find anything for the preacher to even say nice about her at her own funerals. Okay, she says, now if you haven't felt it or didn't realize you felt it, you're going to feel it, like somebody touching your hair. Now, if a fly lands on my spiky shit, I can feel it. So it may be just as slight as that, or you could actually feel like, and she's touching you very, very lovingly. Don't don't hold on to the regrets. They're not yours. They're mine. Okay. Okay, she's talking about, oh, this chair is uncomfortable. Ah. She's talking about that you have some baggage that you need to leave behind, even if you don't realize it. And look how old I am. And when I started this cleansing process, doing this work several years ago, my crap went clear back to when I was 5 years old. Thought I'd beat it. All I did was stuff it. So there's stuff you've got stuffed, whether you know it or not. And, okay, she's talking about the baggage. You need to leave that baggage behind. You need to make friends with that little girl and your little self, whatever age that you felt so violated, and tell that little girl that she is loved, that she is a good girl. And it's energy work. It's seriously, and actually imagine a suitcase and you put all that crap in that suitcase and you set it behind you, visualize it. Set it behind you and walk away from it. She says you're still going to feel tied to it. She says you are a good person. You were a good person. I never meant to hurt you. I actually meant to hurt me, and I didn't know that I was hurting me, hurting you through trying to hurt me, even though I wasn't consciously. She wasn't trying to hurt herself. She wasn't trying to hurt, hurt her body or anything. She was so full of anger. And she's very, very soft now. A lot of love towards you. A lot. She says, so what is the lesson that you learned from this? Did you learn to be as mean as I was, or did you learn to love stronger, harder, more fully? So think about what you learned from the experience. There's always a silver lining, even in the worst shit. I'm trying to get her to validate that it's her. She's holding up what looks like a German chocolate cake. It may not be German chocolate, but it looks like that kind of frosting on it. It's tall, round cake with, so even if it's not exactly German chocolate, she's not saying German chocolate, but that's the kind of icing it looks like. It looks like a dark cake. So no, either she cooked them, or one like this, or you have, or it's your favorite thing to eat, or it's her favorite thing to eat, something. That's one of those things you got to stretch outside the box a little bit. She's trying to validate that it's her. Anytime that you see one, whether it's in a movie, whether it's walking through the store, you smell one, you can be sitting in your living room, your car, outside, and get a whiff of a freshly baked one, and you wouldn't think anything of it. That's her sign to you, letting you know that she's there. And it's not a bad thing if she's there. It's a good thing. She's pretty much learned what she needed to learn from this. And she says she wants to make amends. She's holding up a necklace that has a little cross on it. I don't know if she had a necklace that you have now that was hers, that you can kind of hopefully wear it in her memory without hard feelings. It's like after I did the cleansing of my little girl, I went back to my hometown. And used to be when I hit the city limit sign, it was like, hate this. Now, when I see the city limit sign, I feel like I'm home. So you can change those feelings around and forgive her. Forgive her of her problems that she had, that she took out on everybody else. Something about stepping in her shoes. She's actually putting her foot in a shoe, but she's something about stepping. I don't know that she wants you to step in her shoes, that you have stepped in her shoes. I'm not sure what she's trying to show with that. Unless she wants to explain it. It's her show, it's her ball game. It's all up to her. She's talking about the sweet smell of lilacs, so that'd be another. They love smells, sounds, and electronics. It's something easy for them to manipulate with their energy because we don't have these anymore to move stuff around. And that gets a little more complicated. Never mind. So she's choosing mostly smells. So if you smell fresh lilacs, you can be in your house, you can be in the store, it doesn't matter where it's at. Know that that's a sign from her. She's picking a sweet smell. She loves you very much. And she's bowing her head down like, I would say, embarrassed. Again, she says, I'm sorry. And she's. See, I've got my brother's urn sitting right here, and we didn't speak for many, many years. I don't know why she's wanting me to tell you my personal story. Did not get along. Tried to molest me. All kinds of stuff. He was horrible to me in my life. Horrible, horrible. But he's still my big brother. Anyway, so when he passed, I was in charge. I had to get to the point where I had to forgive him for myself. He could no longer hurt me. He's no longer a threat to me. So I'm going to do what's right. He will be buried, blah, 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 all that stuff. We've got everything taken care of. But for myself, I had to let go of that and forgive him, which was a little tough. I actually took some of his ashes and took them down to the river and released that much and watched it go. So the releasing of it is the biggest part. Because she's getting really quiet. She says she doesn't need the forgiveness for herself because she's being cleansed. She needs the forgiveness for your soul. And know that I see things differently now. and I do love you. And I'm sorry. She's getting quiet again. With that, she's leaving. Um, well, hopefully there was a couple of things in there that you could validate. I usually only ask for a couple things because some of the mediums I see, they spend the whole time, oh, look, you can validate this, 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 and this. Well, that's them patting themselves on the back, going, oh, look what I can prove. Look what I can do. My deal is getting the message across. A couple of validations and getting your message across, getting her message across, what she wants to say. Okay, she's leaving. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you for being patient. Thanks for coming to the fair. As my first time doing anything like that, I wasn't sure what I was supposed to be doing there or whether I even belonged there. There's some crazy stuff, but it was our first one, so next year hopefully it'll be bigger and better. And I'll try to help with it next year. I was just kind of thrown in that one at the last minute. I go, I don't even have anything to take. I don't know what you want me to do, but they needed an extra body. There I am. And it was nice to meet you. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later.